everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Sean from Seankbeauty, and truth be told, I have missed you guys so much. I would always hear YouTubers when they've been gone for a while say that they missed their subscribers, and I always wondered, like, is that really true? Until I became a YouTuber, and I've been traveling for the past month or so, and it really is hard being away from my friends, because I really do feel like everybody who is subscribed to my channel that I've been interacting with ever since I started this channel have become just really close to me, and it's really been hard. Oh, I thought I wasn't going to get emotional. I've got equipment with me where I can take you guys with me on the road, so I'm really excited about that. And in the interim of traveling with work, I've also been moving. My life has just been going in so many different directions in a good way. But the truth be told is I have missed you guys so much. For anybody who has subscribed to me in my hiatus of being gone with work, thank you so much. It means so much to me. As you can tell on my platform, my relationships with my subscribers, they really are my friends. We interact, we talk. I try to keep this platform as clean as possible because I want this to be a safe place where you can ask your questions, where we can interact and have healthy conversations. And that's really that's really my goal with this channel. Now, this particular segment is called Seankbeauty's Beauty Bar on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where we grab from the bar and discuss all things beauty. And what that means for you is you would bring your questions to me down below in the comment section. I put them in a beauty dish and I just grab them at random and I feature them here on my channel. Now, I have seen quite a bit of questions. Catherine, Linda, there's Penelope. I've seen some of your questions. So even in this video, because they're all skincare related, I'm going to really tackle those questions as well and give you some insight on what you need to know. For anyone who is new to my channel, I'm a former microbiologist and biochemist. I still stay very much up on science because that's my first love. And I bring that scientific knowledge to beauty and I give you truth. So let's take a deep dive into 12 tips they do for the winter months to keep your skin beautiful and healthy. And let's talk about some of the things that's not being given to you here on the YouTube platform. So if this is something you're interested in, just keep watching. What is not being talked about is the microbiome community, which is a community of microorganisms that sit on your face, right? They live in the skin on this outer mantle, or they call it the acidic mantle or outer barrier of the skin, that helps to ward off free radicals, any dangers from happening to the skin. However, in order for them to show up, I like to give this analogy, in order for them to show up and give you a great performance, they need to have everything, like their script in place. They need to have the lights right. They need to have the wardrobe together. In other words, you need to be using products that are going to help them to be fully equipped to do what they need to do at their optimal performance. That being said, pH balanced products. We've got to use pH balanced products, not just in the winter months, but also in the summer months. So for a woman, your pH should be a 5.5. For a man, it's a 5.8. So you should be using pH balanced products between a 4.5 and a 6. All right, so tip number 2 is me answering a question that came from, I think, Penelope, and that is about why my moisturizer is sitting on the outer layer of my skin and it's not absorbing into the skin. And that would be from lack of exfoliation. So in the winter months, the one thing you want to do is exfoliate. This comes after your cleanser. So you definitely want to exfoliate the skin, make sure that you're getting cell turnover to really rejuvenate the skin, bring about that youthful look, a brighter complexion, getting rid of any sort of hyperpigmentation. Actually, exfoliants help to get rid of hyperpigmentation. If it's not deep, then exfoliating would be key. Now, however, if you're going to exfoliate, which I suggest if you're an avid makeup user, or especially in the summer months too, you want to exfoliate at least. I do it twice a day, in the morning and in the night, and I love my skin. I use the Philosophy exfoliant, the micro wash. I think it's called a micro wash, and it's really good. So here's the picture right here. Okay, so tip number 3 might hit you hard, because I know a lot of beauty gurus and everybody on this platform, we love to do the toners and astringents. But from a scientific perspective, you want to stay away from anything that contains alcohol, because that's a stripping agent during the winter months. And the reason for this is because the wind factor, the cold air, everything already is competing to dry out the skin during the winter months. So the last thing you want to start incorporating in your skincare routine is the use of toners and astringents that are very heavily alcohol based. So let's stay away from those during the winter months as much as you can. The next tip that we don't want to forget about is our lips. One of the things that happens in the winter months is dehydration of this layer here. Regardless of wearing the lipsticks, if you're not drinking enough water and you're not really bringing cell turnover to the outer barrier of your lips, the cold air is also pulling all of the moisture from your lips as well. So one of the products that I highly recommend, and I've been enjoying this product a lot, it is from Jouer Cosmetics, and it is called their Smoothing Sugar Lip Polish. Really great packaging. I think we all are in love with packaging, right? It has emollients like shea butter, hyaluronic acid. The sugar is very fine milled, so it won't irritate the lips like some sugar scrubs would do. It would not be abrasive and cause any kind of tearing happening. Now, I got this as a set. You can buy these separately, but for the set, it was $15. And this actually has like shea butter, hyaluronic acid, just some really great properties in this product. And that's another thing you want to make sure you're doing too with your skincare products. You want to make sure you're using the best on your skin. Now, here's a tip. When you're looking at ingredients on the back of the packaging, and hopefully they'll be there, some cosmetic lines don't do it, but you can also find out product details on the website. Make sure that all of the good properties in that product are in the top 2 lines of the ingredient list, because that is where scientists will use the highest concentration of that ingredient to give you the benefits of that product. All right, guys, so this next tip, for tip number 5, is literally using products that are rich in vitamins and antioxidants. A lot of estheticians during the winter months, if you're going to get a facial, are either going to use like an oil, well, they should use an oil rich in antioxidants, or any serum that is rich in vitamins and antioxidants. That is going to protect your skin from sun exposure. It's also going to protect your skin from pollution, like free radicals and all the elements that come with being out in the atmosphere. So tip number 6 is a body exfoliant. One of the things we don't really talk about, right, is taking care of our body. We tend to focus in on the décolleté, the neck, the face, but we forget about our body. So let's make sure that we're taking care of the skin on the body as well, even though you're probably going to have it under clothing, but you still want to lock in moisture there as well. So here's one of the home ingredients that I recommend. And I remember a really great friend of mine who works at Spa. She does body wraps and body exfoliants, and she gave me the key to doing my own in-home body scrub, and that is olive oil, sugar, and lemon. Now, Sugar, as you guys know, or if you don't know, sugar is really great for locking in moisture. Olive oil is an awesome healer. It's a humectant, but it's also a healer to the skin. It has so many medicinal properties that using it, it's only going to be beneficial to you. Lemon. Lemon is rich in vitamin C. It also is a great disinfectant. So a lot of people would use lemon on their countertops to kill bacteria, which I'm all about killing bacteria. So when you use lemon, this combination together, you're getting a triple threat, right? You're getting double moisture happening to the skin with the sugar and the olive oil. You're also getting the healing properties of the olive oil. You're getting the sloughing off of dead cells from the sugar. And then your lemon is actually disinfecting the skin from any harmful bacteria that may be sitting on the outer barrier of your skin. So that is a key tip for the summer months as well. Let's not forget to take care of our body and finding ourselves doing body scrubs as well and bringing cell turnover to the entire body so that we don't just look good up here, we look good everywhere else. All right, let's move on to tip number 7. So this next tip is literally buying a humidifier if you don't have one. During the winter months, even inside our homes become very, very dry in the atmosphere. So we want to lock in moisture even in our bedrooms, especially in the bedrooms, because that's the place that we hang out the most. So having a humidifier to keep the skin hydrated and actually to keep the nasal passageways from drying out and preventing those nosebleeds from happening is going to be key. So make sure you have a humidifier in the areas of the house that you are in the most. So that is tip number 7. So tip number 8 is simply this. I still have this pen in my hand. I can't even hold the number. So tip number 8 is simply this. You want to make sure that your thermostat is between 68 and 77 degrees. The reason is everything already in the winter months is competing to dry out your skin. And putting on the thermostat is something that we run to do because we get super duper cold and we just want it to be blazing hot in our rooms and in the house. But the thing about that is it's dry air and it's going to dry out your skin. This is for the body again, and I know that the body tends to be very neglected here in the beauty community, but we want to incorporate our body as well. And that is really using fragrance-free soaps or body washes. Anything that's unscented is going to be key during the winter months. Taking shorter showers, not so long showers, not long hot showers. You definitely want to make sure that you're staying within the confines of lukewarm water, as well as using cream-based body washes and not lathering up so much, because that actually does cause itchiness and dryness to the skin as well, especially to the hands, the feet, the genital area, and armpit. Okay, so we often hear we are what we eat, right? And a lot of the times a dermatologist would tell you to stay away from greasy foods because it's causing the breakouts. And that is true. There's a lot of factors that cause breakouts, but it's also what we eat. So this brings me back to the microbiome community of the gut. The gut and the face, they work together to give you that healthy skin. This microbiome community requires pH balanced products. However, this microbiome community in the gut requires you to eat more plant-based foods. So the greener the food, the more beneficial it is going to be for you. In fact, foods that are really green are rich in not only antioxidants, but oxygen. Oxygen that brings about proper circulation to the skin, functionality to your cells, and estheticians are actually doing oxygen treatments to the skin to help to get rid of discoloration. Make sure that you're taking care of the inside or the internal as well as the external when it comes to the winter months. So let's move on to my next tip. Okay, so please don't come for my neck with this one, but it is staying away from harmful abrasive acids, retinoic acid, salicylic acid, glycolic acid, benzoyl peroxide. Um, a lot of that is being thrown at us here on YouTube. Salicylic acid is for all skin types. Okay, can be used on all skin types, especially those who have acne. They want to use the salicylic acids. The thing about salicylic acid, though, it can bring about burning, especially when you're using it with other compounds from other products. And if you're not seeking an esthetician and a dermatologist and you're being your own chemist, in your bathroom, you're going to deal with some really harsh realities with using acids, especially in the winter months. Glycolic acid, these are really drying agents that will strip the acidic mantle and leave you exposed to the elements that brings about even more sun damage. The question that I had gotten was from a lady who was very concerned about listening to beauty gurus tell her about retinoic acid, and she started using it and it did the reverse. Okay, it made her lines more exaggerated and it did not help her skin at all. So what is my advice to reversing that? Because everything has a solution. It's finding it, right? That ends up being the question or the daunting question. And one of the things about reversing anything is what we're doing internally and externally. So here's the thing, juicing. Juicing is the key to getting the skin to where it needs to be. Hydration, drinking a lot of water, bringing a lot of oxygen to the skin to plump up the skin. Emollients, things that are very nourishing and moisturizing to the skin. Omega-3s, fish oil. They have the fish oil tablets. I would open that up and start putting it on those areas of interest. But my first and key advice to anyone who's dealing with the adverse reactions of taking a recommendation from off this platform and it doing more harm to your skin is going to a dermatologist and seeking professional advice to help you with whatever the issue is that you want to get rid of. That's my first advice. Because I noticed that some people say, if I keep using this, the advice is if it's burning, if it's irritating, that means that it's working. That is absolutely incorrect, guys. Do not fall for that lie. That is not so. I don't care who it is that's telling you that. It does not mean that it's working for you to be in a painful state with stripping your acidic mantle. If the skin is irritated, the skin is irritated. That is the reason why inflammation happens. Inflammation is a sign, it's just like arthritis. It's a sign of the body's response that something is going wrong, not right. And this is the truth that I'm giving to you guys. So don't continue to use a product that is burning your skin, that is irritating your skin. That is a clear sign that the body is not appreciating what is being said about this product, okay? It's saying, no, stop using me. I am not enjoying this process. I can completely heal you on my own if you let me. And we need to pay attention to our bodies. Here's the thing, guys. When we have heartburn, do we sit there knowing that it's a food that's giving us heartburn and say, I'm just going to keep on eating this because the burning means that it's just going to go away after a period of time? Or do we become so irritable that we end up taking antacids to bring about some sort of satiety and healing to the inside of us? It's the same thing with the skin. Again, education is important. If you're seeing that there's an adverse reaction happening using products that people are recommending, stop using the products. Refrain from it. Go the organic route, go the clean route, go the homeopathic route. Use those products that are calming to the skin and still giving you beautiful skin. Um, so that's my tidbit on that. I hope I answered that question well for you. I know women that are in their 80s and in their 90s that have, you know, they just look like they're super duper young. There's even a lady here on YouTube. If you guys put her in 80-year-old that looks really young, you'll see that what she does is she does eats a lot of plant-based foods and she does a lot of juicing. I hope this was helpful to you all. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Ciao for now.